Now, back to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
We interrupt this program for breaking news.
I can't use it.
Newsflash.
Some stuff for you here, some news.
That's right, Fred. We first go to CBS News for this story, and it's a delightful accent. Sounds almost European in nature, I think, maybe where this derived from. Yeah, we have to go to the far reaches of the globe for something that is both ancient and now current.
All right, so here we go.
Well, scientists in Italy have discovered yeast growing in the guts of Europe's oldest mummy.
A bit more, please.
Yes, okay. Something's dead and something's growing in its stomach. When's it come out? Okay. I see. Oh, old guy in a bed. This relates to you.
Oh, is this the reemergence of our latest character on the show, old man, that man who has just been gifted an old man?
Yeah.
Guy who has just been gifted an old man guy. That's the character.
Yeah.
I got this for you. He's an old man.
Yes, I'm growing bread in his stomach. You know?
This is a very old man that we're talking about here.
Yeah, I'm using him as a bread baking oven. You know?
I can't believe what I've always wanted.
Yes, thank you. I'll take care of him. Yes.
Wink, wink.
Oh, he'll get bed sores if he's not rolled over? Oh. Okay. So what, like every 4 weeks, just give him a little roll? Everything's shifted to one side on him. Get up. You can't, can you? All right. I'll come back a couple days, see how you're doing.
Well, scientists in Italy have discovered yeast growing in the guts of Europe's oldest mummy. And they've risen to the occasion, using it to make what they claim was very good sourdough.
Sourdough.
It says sourdough, yes, or sourdough, as we would say in English, or American English anyway. Yes, the yeast growing inside the mummy they're using to make sourdough bread.
So they uncovered an ancient mummy.
Yes.
And they did some scientific, they poked around.
Yes.
They saw the yeast growing and they said, let's use this to make something to eat.
Very good sourdough.
Not just something to eat, very good sourdough. People are very precious about their sourdough starters. Do you know anyone like this?
No.
This is a thing. When people have their yeast that they cultivate and they use it to make their own bread, and it's a source of a lot of conversation among domestic people who like to bake and make their own things.
I'm not positive how much I have sourdough bread.
I don't like it that much. I would never go out of my way to make my own, nor would I get off on my sourdough starter, but this is a big thing for people.
Okay. How do you make, what's the difference between sourdough and regular bread?
Please don't insult me with a question like that.
Do you have to cut open people to make it anytime you make it? Like if I'm offered sourdough bread, is it from a dead body?
Okay. If you're going to continue to insult my lack of intelligence, I guess that's one way of making it. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would do it.
What if they're almost dead? Just might as well be dead, in my opinion. Can you rip them open and get some stuff out and make bread?
Maybe.
And they've risen to the occasion, using it to make what they claim was very good sourdough. Ohhh the Iceman, a preserved corpse over 5,000 years old.
It's fun. Ohhh the Iceman. Let's start screwing around with his dead body. Let's really tempt fate. See if we can't anger God by poking around at this thing. He was just minding his own business, getting mummified, and we just decided to dig him up and start playing around.
Can you snap off one of his fingers and make a swizzle stick? Let's have some fun.
Oh, hi, God. Yeah, we're just taking up things now and poking around and making food out of them. We're making sweet bread out of his teeth.
Research on the mummy remains and stomach contents have been ongoing since then. But this latest analysis took scientists by surprise.
Scientists, Sadbed. What country is this
I
from?
don't know. It's CBS UK.
It's almost like saying interview instead of interview.
They managed to cultivate 4 cold-resistant types of yeast, with samples taken from the mummy's skin as well as thawed water inside him.
And by water, you know what they mean. Sweet, sweet urine. Frozen urine. Homemade popsicle.
And apparently...
You're going to be a mummy soon, lady, with that breath. The female Joe Murray.
And apparently, they could be just the right kind for baking bread. When scientists used it to make sourdough, they found it was, quote, very, very good.
Yes, the Dahmer family.
Well, they really sent out their best investigative reporters for this. Very, very good. Use that quote in the piece. Yes, excellent.
So they opened up they started poking around. They opened it up. They were scientists. They found yeast, and they said, "Oh, the discovery we'll make here is that we'll make bread out of it."
We'll make bread out of it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is like actually disturbing.
Not just bread, but
Quote, very, very good.
bread.
Yeah, very, very good bread.
Sourdough.
Very good sourdough.
Well, how much of that is the recipe, and how much of that is just the cook? Let's not give the cook any hard time.
And it gets better. These yeasts could be even cultivated for making beer in the future.
That is better. Everyone enjoys beer, and everyone enjoys dead bodies.
Well, Fred, I'm afraid you've tipped your hand a little bit by mentioning the liquids that were inside the mummy, because this next story from Pensacola, of all places, relates to that very, very topic. And a woman who is in a bit of trouble for some things that happened at various Airbnbs.
All right.
A Pensacola woman accused of urinating on Airbnb property is back in jail tonight.
Oh, Hildegard, yeah. Hildegard, the old Airbnb bandit. I'm listening to this Miles Davis book, and there's this Charlie Parker is getting crap from one of the club owners. So in response, Miles Davis is very happy for him. He goes out into a phone booth in the lobby and urinates all over it. And it was a lot of urine, he says. Not a little bit. A lot of urine.
Right.
A Pensacola woman accused of urinating on Airbnb property is back in jail tonight as more rental property owners are coming forward saying they are victims. Nicolette Keogh is...
Or actually recipients of a great prize. This Airbnb located under the rainbow, where a pot of gold was found.
Nicolette Keogh is accused of taking videos of herself urinating on furniture, appliances, and bedding, and posting it to adult content websites to make money.
Okay, yep. What? That's pretty vague.
What websites?
Yeah. Now I got to just Google Airbnb P? You know, a million things are going to come up. A lot of red herrings, too. Oh, geez, Louise.
I want you to look at a photo of Nicolette Keogh in one of her booking photos. Not unattractive, number one, and quite happy about the situation that she's in.
Yeah,
that's like, you know, the eye smile. You know, you can kind of do the grin where you're faking it. No, she's happy. I
mean,
she
could be a mom at Natick kindergarten soccer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, people ain't paying to see ugly people pee. The whole peeing on furniture thing is really just the elites, physical elites. They don't just pay some schlub to pee on stuff. If I want to see people pee on an Airbnb sofa, they got to be at least a 7. That's the baseline.
According to the court documents, the damaged properties, and we'll get to some of these in the story, include an antique Crown Royal chair, a rug, a typewriter.
Oh, that's Lombardi. Actually asked for that.
4 dining chairs, a coffee maker, a bed, a television set, a record player, a toaster, and an electric fireplace.
Oh, wow. Well, some of these things could have been in an Airbnb in the 1800s, the phonograph and things.
Something tells me these were specific requests. Dear Nicolette, how much to pee on a coffee maker?
No,
but I do it on the typewriter.
Yeah, exactly. You got to pee on Rush 2112 being played at 45 RPMs, not 33.
And posting it to adult content websites to make money.
And with these latest charges, she's now in jail without bond.
Oh, jeez.
That's not right.
She can't bail herself out because she peed on stuff? As opposed to the jails where there's no pee anywhere. It's like, it's a Tijuana show. She actually does the first page of The Great Gatsby just through her urine. You're like, what is she doing? And then she pulls the paper out and she hands it to the audience.
Yeah, right.
Keogh's bond was revoked because of a previous battery charge. That was learned in court today. Pensacola police say more charges could be coming if more homeowners come forward.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. All urine. That's a Bugs Bunny about that too. Remember when the frog could pee on the the typewriter and make it right, and then the guy was booked the theater to have the frog pee on the typewriter, and then it wouldn't do it. It just went ribbit.
Michigan J. Frog.
Yeah, it just went ribbit.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yeah, well, that was that one. But then there was a guy down the street that had one that could pee on a typewriter and make it put out great works of literature.
Nicolette Keogh's story has gone viral across the world.
This is a different one, yeah.
Pensacola police officer Mike Wood says they arrested Keogh again on Wednesday after another homeowner came forward. Keogh was first arrested in March after a homeowner claims she filmed herself urinating on the furniture inside 2 Pensacola Airbnbs. Police claim she caused more than $5,000 in damage.
Just turn the cushion over. Big deal. A record player, I mean, that at most, if even that's a Techniques, just a $400 record player.
Not anymore. Those things are tough to find.
You can buy a turntable, believe me.
If you want the old school Techniques, though.
Well, I mean, that's on your. Then you don't have that sitting on your Airbnb where people can pee on it. So you know the story. I don't know if it's worth telling again, but my friend in Atlanta was splitting his time between New York City and Atlanta, and he he rented out his condo. And I told you about the guy that rented it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
He was running a very graphic gay porn site out of the condo.
Yes.
And wanted to fight him on kicking him out, too. He's like, what? And he's like, oh, no. You're filming very graphic porn in here. And the guy was like mad at him. And he was large, a large man. Yeah, he was fighting him, but he got him out. Then he had to rip the carpets out and paint the walls and have someone come in.
Was it a subsidiary of bum fights? Was it bear fights?
No, it was a gay black man, probably about 6'2", 250, all muscle. And he was the dominant one.
You don't say.
Yeah, but he would really get into it. There's some stuff that seemed very uncomfortable.
Huh.
And I don't know how it came. Oh, the neighbors were like, he's up to something. And then one of the neighbors sent him and he's like, that's my place. Like, that is my place.
See, this is the thing that I question too. The owner of one of these Airbnbs then discovered videos posted online by an adult website depicting a woman urinating on objects in an Airbnb rental. How did you stumble upon these things? These are not easy to find.
No, of course they're easy to find. And I'll tell you, it's like when you go see Black Mass or something, you're like, hey, that's my neighborhood. Like when you see some Whitey Bulger movie and you're like, they filmed that here.
Yeah.
Or some rom-com, you're like, oh, wow, that's Newberry Street. That's what you think when you're looking at pee videos. You go, wait a second, that's my place.
That's my electric fireplace.
That's my toaster. No wonder the toast has been so good. You know what? That's like the toast we made out of that dead guy's body.
This time, the arrest report states she urinated on a leather sofa, multiple luxury mattresses, and a chair at a different rental on Riddick Street. The homeowner told police the damage was $17,395. If you put all the reported crimes together, police say Keogh's urine caused $22,750
in profit.
In damage.
This has been going on for several months, involving several different properties. And with this latest arrest, there's one more, and we do believe that there's going to be more than that.
Keogh appeared in the Escambia County Video Court to face charges of criminal mischief and felony property damage. She's being held in jail without bond.
That's what's concerning to me, is that it's without bond. That they're even like murderers get like $1 million bond. Like, there's a way to bond out on a lot, like most crimes. Very rare, it would seem, you would be held without bond.
Right.
Pensacola police say social media companies should not allow users to profit off of actions like this.
Oh, well, it's just become Nazi Germany then. Yeah.
I thought we were living in a capitalist society.
Yeah, like our totalitarian rulers just want to keep us under their thumbs, huh? Social media companies, you don't bother with these people. Don't listen to them.
Social media platforms, even adult sites, have rules. And if they had a rule to something like this was not permitted, that would help a lot, because then people are not able to make money doing this type of thing. And hopefully that would put a stop to this. But right now, some of these sites are permitting this sort of thing. And these people are making money, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and they're called heroes.
Yeah, but you think they should continue to permit the instruction of a stepson in the ways of lovemaking?
That's the least of people's worries now. The stepsons thing has just become just part of the culture.
It's practically part of the zeitgeist. Teaching my stepson.
Yeah. Or you walk in on the stepson and there's all kinds of situations going. But he's always home from college.
It's a POV thing usually.
Not usually.
It is.
Not usual. Oh, when they're caught.
Yes.
Oftentimes it's
yes,
POV.
when they're caught. Yes.
When they're caught, right. And then there's that uncomfortable dialogue.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't get there. I'm going to have to, I can't, I'm going to have to move on to something else. I went completely based on the beauty of the woman in the little thumbnail. Mm-hmm. And now you've got me in this whole scenario that I can't get behind. First of all, I can't relate because I'm long out of college. Almost 30 years I've been out of college. So, I mean, you want me to get back to 30 years ago and or when I was, now I got to pretend it's 30 years ago to enjoy pornography?
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm. I don't want that. Please have two people in their 50s. That's how you sell it. Two people in their 50s just having a real basic time.
Maybe enjoying a meal, and then 2 hours later, once your stomach is settled, then you get after it for 4 or 5 minutes.
Or maybe making the business decision to have it before dinner so no one's overly full.
That's the veteran move right there.
You know you'll get tired after dinner.
Yes.
So you schedule it, because very important to schedule it.
That's hot.
And kind of both begrudgingly accept that you're going to do it. Right before dinner, before you leave for dinner. Once the ruse of the spontaneity of it has worn off, you can get to your mechanical lovemaking.
The cozy calendar served a purpose. It did.
When you got little kids, you got a family calendar that the kids can't access.
That's right.
Put time in the bone zone, or you ain't going to have it. And that, my friends, is when the real magic happens. You're like, all right, it's 5 o'clock or 2:30 on a Wednesday, and the kids aren't home. All right, let's go do what we normally do. See if we can't get this over with and chalk it up off the to-do list for the day. Thank you so much. All right, we'll be back. Our friend Kathryn Tappen will be joining us. People ain't paying to see ugly people pee.
I know. No, you don't know.
Everyone agrees that I'm the only one who's not wrong.
Right or wrong, they're back. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
4-2 winners in Game 5. They take a 3-2 series lead, and we will talk to you in Sin City. I know they like gold out there, but a big piece of silver is waiting for Carolina.
Our friend Kathryn Tappen Last time we talked to her, she was over there at the Olympics, and now she is covering the Stanley Cup final for the NHL Network. Kathryn, hello.
Hello. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, Kathryn.
We are well. It's
Hi.
nice to talk to you.
You as well.
This has been very enjoyable. Now, do you prefer? What are your feelings on the pomp and circumstance around the Vegas Knights games? Are you a fan of the medieval wizardry and things that they do before the game?
Did you play Dungeons and Dragons as a kid?
Yeah, I did not, but I love it. I mean,
John did.
We were actually talking about it last night because the atmosphere in both places is so awesome, but it could not be more vastly different. You've kind of got this college football feel. I was actually joking last night because Carolina here at Lenovo Center, they play old school hip hop and rap, which is like right up my alley. And then you go out to Vegas and there's like light show and EDM, like all this craziness and people flying around and, it's like Cirque du Soleil all the time. And it's just a totally different vibe, but it's awesome. I mean, both atmospheres have been great. Both fan bases are great. But yeah, Vegas is just a different level in general. I mean, you land there and you just take a deep breath like, okay, I can do this. Brace yourselves.
I've seen games in both places, Kathryn, and it was a long time ago for the Hurricanes one, so I was not impressed when I kept hearing about what the atmosphere was like there because it had been a while, and I was told, oh no, you're dead wrong. It is no longer a 50-50 crowd of transplants living in the Raleigh area. This is now a Hurricanes fan base, and they are loud and they are into it. But you're right, the Golden Knights atmosphere there, it's a show. And as much as it is about the show and the pregame and all the production they put into it, what I find remarkable is that this team has come around from being a really middling, or as I described them, a dead-ass team in the middle of the season to this run that they went on. How much of it do you put, I guess, with the arrival of Tortorella as the coach, or maybe just the good players that they already had deciding, oh, we can actually play a lot better brand of hockey than what we've been playing for almost the entirety of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would give Torts credit, but at the same time, he came in so late. I mean, there were only about 8 games left in the regular season, and Bruce Cassidy, as you guys know, I mean, he's an excellent coach, and at some point, things had to change there, and he was the odd man out for the reasons we all know about. But this team is a team of veterans. Like they knew what it was going to take to get their level up to the next level, expected to make the playoffs and then ultimately make this run, which I don't think many of us expected. Or once you get in the playoffs, who knows? It's anybody's gamble. But this team, based on what you just said, middle of the season, it just seems like what's happening, what's going on out there. Obviously, goaltending was we were questionable. It was Carter Hart was not playing the way he's been playing prior to this series, I would say. That's another story, allowing 4 goals a night. But I do think that, this is a very veteran group. We've seen it with them before. I remember being at the Hobie Baker Award, and they were here in I'm not in Las Vegas. I'm currently in Carolina, about to go to Vegas, but they were in Las Vegas. And I remember George McPhee saying, I don't know, he was nervous at the time. They weren't quite in the playoffs, and this is about 2 weeks before the end of the regular season. So, what they've done is really impressive. Definitely Tortorella kind of created a sense of calmness in this group and confidence in the playoffs. He hasn't really tweaked too much as far as style of play, but he definitely tweaked something psychologically in that locker room, and that's what we're seeing to this point in the Stanley Cup final.
The Cassidy thing is interesting to me because, to my understanding, and I don't know everything that happened in Vegas, but he gets fired basically for his abrasiveness, and then you go, okay, and then you go, well, we got an answer for that, John Tortorella, which is obviously is very
Cassidy on steroids.
Well, I mean that's what you say, but I've heard he's gotten very into meditation. He's very new age now. You'll notice he's holding crystals behind the bench when he's standing behind the bench. But am I off? That seemed like an odd, mid-season adjustment going from Cassidy to Tortorella. They seem like Jim Montgomery to Tortorella. I see, but that just seemed a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think the relationship was there and Torts was available and it worked at the time. I mean, to your point, I do believe that they have completely different philosophies in coaching. Listen, what you see with John Tortorella in the media is very different than what he's like in that room, than what he's like, with the media off camera. I mean, last night I thought he absolutely, torched Johnny Lazarus for his question about did you ever consider bringing Aiden Hill in? And I mean, that's a fair question. That is a very fair question to ask. And he wanted no part of it. But yet tomorrow, if they win or whatever it might be, he could be extremely nice to Johnny. You know what, Johnny, that's a great question. And you'll just see the flip. It just all depends on, how he wants to handle the media at that point. So, I think that perhaps Bruce Cassidy, from what I was told, maybe lost that room at a certain point, and they needed a change. They needed something to shake up the group. You're not going to trade a player at that point in the season. You're not going to, make a drastic change with personnel. You had to do something, and that's why Torts was the selection.
Do you think, we've batted this back and forth. If you're John Tortorella, do you sign the inevitable contract extension offer that's coming, or do you say, you know what, I'm going to step back again. Maybe there'll be another team in need of my services down the stretch next season, and kind of cherry pick your opportunities in the future? Well,
I don't know that extension is inevitably coming.
Oh, really?
I think I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see. They've got the Vegas Golden Knights AHL affiliate, the Henderson Silver Knights. They've got a great head coach, Ryan Craig, who's been kind of in the pipeline, and they've wanted, they love what he's done with that group. I know that his expectations were ultimately, to have an NHL coaching job. So we'll see if that's the selection. I mean, Torts said just the other day, I think it was yesterday morning, that, that this was it. He's riding his team. He wants to win a Stanley Cup, and he didn't commit to anything as far as next season. Based on the people I've talked to within the organization, it's not a shoo-in at this point. I think it's going to be up to, the conversations after the Cup final, see where everybody's at. I think if Torts wants to come back, then that becomes a totally different animal, because again, you've got Ryan Craig, you've got really good coaches in place that, it's like, if it's any organization, if you're expected to maybe rise the ranks and you don't, and they bring in someone from left field, maybe you see the writing on the wall. So we'll see how they handle the situation. It's very delicate, but I know they're not making any decisions on anybody, including front office and, PR people that were brought in at the last minute to make, kind of settle things down a little bit. They're not making any decisions on any of those people right now.
Some of the analysis I heard before the Cup Finals started, Kathryn, was that goals were going to be at a premium and that this was going to be a real rock fight. Number one, what did you think before it started, and how did so many people end up being so wrong about this?
Yes, I don't know. I wish I had the answer to that. I didn't see this many goals per game. I also did not see this many momentum swings. And I mean, I thought these are they're the two best teams remaining in the National Hockey League, but they're also two very defensively structured teams coming into the Stanley Cup final. Both goaltenders were playing really well. And I just think, what you're seeing is what's weird is that for Carolina coming into the series, their top line wasn't really performing really and truly up until last night, which is scary for Vegas because that top line of Svechnikov, Ohhh, and Jarvis really is clicking on all cylinders right now. So, but I think, you had certain players that had elevated their game, guys like Taylor Hall and Logan Stankoven and these players. And, for Vegas, it was Brett Howden, and it's obviously Mitch Marner, but even Tomas Hertl. So I think you saw some of the non-superstars elevate their game, and then the goals started happening. Obviously, the goaltending, I think, is a little leaky in the series, and we've already seen a switch for Carolina. We're not going to see it for Vegas, but it was definitely a surprise. And I mean, I work with Patrick Maroon, 3 Stanley Cups, Mike Ruff, Stanley Cup, Brian Boyle, Corey Schneider. Like, these guys are very good at analyzing the game, and every night we're all looking at each other like, what the heck is going on? I mean, it's a fan's dream. I think fans that are watching at home, even casual fans, we're all getting text messages from friends that might not tune in during the regular season and as often, or not passionate of one fan base, but they're blown away by this. Oh, what a great series. And we're thinking, yeah, these coaches are probably pulling their hair out because this is actually not a great, when you're looking at it from a structure and defensively sound series. We don't have that. So, but again, it's been entertaining, really fun games. You don't know where they're headed every single night. And I think we're in for a really exciting Game 6 on Sunday.
Yeah, one of the things, Kathryn, that is not surprising is Toronto's fans' reaction to Mitch Marner and, and his actually performing in the postseason. How difficult was that for Mitch Marner? Like everything that happened in Toronto, and what is the reclamation? Like, I'm sure you've talked to him or talked to people that have talked to him. This is a rejuvenation of his career, and probably very good for him psychologically. Yeah, there's no question, and I have talked to him, and I think it's it's a relief for him. It wasn't the right situation in Toronto. Ultimately, I think that's a
the number one most difficult market to play in the National Hockey League, and he was from there, which makes it even harder. So, there was so much pressure on him off the ice. There was so much, everywhere he went, he was getting hounded, and he can go anywhere in Vegas. Like, that's a passionate fan base, but they're not following him to his house after games. They're not harassing him outside of games or on the ice, and it just works. By the way, he wasn't asked to be, the number one guy in Vegas. But he's surrounded by veterans who have won Stanley Cups, the Jack Eichels of the world. You've got Mark Stone, you've got, Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore and Noah Hannafin. Like, these are all great players, and I think it just was the right situation, and it has allowed Marner to flourish as a player. I mean, he was always this talented. I think it was just way too much for him in Toronto, and now he gets a change of scenery. He's surrounded by great players. He was well coached throughout the entire season. I mean, he was playing well during the season, and then the playoffs has just elevated his game. And I have no doubt in the back of his mind he's thinking about, what happened in Toronto. But at the same time, he's focused on winning a Stanley Cup. And, it's going to be interesting, his first game back there next season. I'm curious to hear how the fans react. But it's been fun to see the Twitter banter. And, I mean, at the end of the day, he did everything he could in Toronto. He was always an outstanding player, and that's what we're seeing here as well. It's just the results are much different.
Speaking of Twitter, you remember Dan Roach?
Of course.
Yeah. He got hacked by some crypto company, and now he's had to shut the whole operation down. So,
wait, really?
Yeah, he said he got hacked. Well, unless he's lying and he's just now super into crypto.
Crypto maven.
And he's buying like Bentleys and stuff, which I imagine probably would be the case because everyone knows.
That sounds like Roachy.
Yeah, he lives fast and loose with that money. I mean, listen, 90% of it's in Disney. But the 10% he plays with can be crypto.
He's giving a lot of blessings to his crypto counselors and coaches. I don't think that it doesn't sound like Dan, so I believe he's been hacked.
Oh boy,
Dan is at that age though. When
I haven't seen that. I'll have to take a look at that today.
Dan, don't be offended that Kathryn hasn't looked at your Twitter. Well, Kathryn Tappen. So, what's your schedule like here for the rest of the finals?
I leave this month. I'm currently in Raleigh, obviously, leaving in about 15 minutes for the airport, heading all the way back out to Vegas. We've got off-day shows tomorrow on the NHL Network, and then Sunday back on NHL Network pregame, postgame, and we will see Monday either flying home or heading back here to Raleigh for Game 7.
All right, Kathryn, it's always great to talk to you. Thank you so much for
you
joining us.
You guys, too. Thanks for having me. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Thanks,
Kathryn Tappen from the NHL Network. Interesting, John, as we have been speculating about if Tortorella is even going to be offered a deal.
I find that
Vegas.
Amazing. I mean, he saved that team.
Well,
basically single-handedly saved that team.
I'm sure it's not unprecedented in sports. I'm sure like some baseball team along the way got Sparky Lyle or whatever guy, like some 90-year-old dude to take over and won. I don't doubt that that's happened. Like Red Shandings or something came in and walked through the door and won and then just decided not to come back. But I don't recall it in my lifetime.
But that's the guy's decision, not the team.
No, just in general. Just in general, yeah. I'm sure it has happened, but I can't.
Tortorella actually, they win the next two games and they win the Stanley Cup basically because Tortorella led them there, and then they don't offer him a contract. That's ridiculous.
It would be crazy, and it speaks a lot of Tortorella that it's what an interesting guy is that and Kathryn seems to like him, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
I guess he's much nicer off mic than he is.
Nowhere to go but up, off.
Yeah, and according, he was a big dick in high school too. So I mean, this has been going on.
That's well documented. Yes.
Yeah, people call in. They're like, I hated him.
I know.
And you get two people that hated you in high school. That still hate you. I honestly can't think of anyone I hated in high school, and I know I did, but that's gone. I don't remember that. At least off the top of my head, I don't hold any grudges from back then. So if you still hate a guy from high school,
you're not holding on to it for sport. You really hated that guy.
Yeah, it's kid stuff, and that guy must have really been a dick. Almost criminally dickish. Perhaps criminally dickish. I don't know. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
IYKYK, which obviously YD. Okay?
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
George is here. Our little
George!
guy, George.
What's up, George? It's made my day. People's champion.
So you love George.
What's up?
George is your new producer, isn't
I
he?
want to take him home and let my kids play with him.
Fits in your pocket.
Yeah, it's like that, what's that Richard Pryor movie? What's that one called?
I think it's called The Toy.
Silver
No, it's the one where he plays the pimp.
No!
Where he grows up in the whorehouse.
No, Richard Pryor, the one where, he goes to the house.
Stir Crazy?
No, the one where it's the fat guy in it too.
JoJo Dancer?
No!
I like that.
Idiot. Sup, George?
Superman 3?
Smells like your... No! Smells like your Car Noir and cigarettes. I love that kid. Look at him. You got your belt? Belt boy. What's up, George?
The Wiz?
I had to take a whiz 4 times last night. I stopped getting up. I said, what's the point?
So you didn't make it to the bathroom?
Nah, I made it to the bathroom. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I didn't make it the last time.
Did you go to the bed? Did you go in the bed?
I got a bed. What do you think? I have no bed?
No, I said, did you go?
No bed, Fred. Where you sleep on couch? Couch boy.
So did you go?
You know.
Did you go in the bed? Did you go pee?
I went to bed. No, I don't pee in the bed. I peed in the bed last night.
It's unfortunate that none of you understand how spot on this really is.
Would you like some egg salad sandwiches, perhaps? I'll leave some behind the dumpster.
You know what's the best egg salad sandwich? It's this place that makes the best egg salad sandwich.
Oh, that's more Wiggins.
And they put a little...
That's dangerously close to Wiggy.
They put a little paprika on it. And
wait a minute. What's it called?
It smells like spice. They put like cinnamon in it. And it's got bread. It's
one of those sandwiches with bread.
Oh, it's so good.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. It soaks up everything.
Which is science.
Yeah.
So George comes walking in, and he's wearing USA things.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
And he goes, it's big day for the USA. And it took me like a minute until I was like, oh, yeah. And then it took me like a minute later. I was
What is
like,
it, 4th of July?
I was like, soccer. No, I was just ignoring it. I was just like, sure. Like, you're in a little outfit. Like, I get it. Like, I was just like, whatever. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to try to get in your head because I just get pissed off. And like, and I'm friends with Adolfo. Like, not just worked with him. I've maintained a friendship over 20 years with Adolfo. Like, I've spent a lot of time with him. And so George confuses me.
You've got a level
beyond that.
You've got a level of patience when it comes to understanding that I do not have. But even for you, when it comes to George, you can't do it.
Yeah, like people are like, there was like these things like, oh, everyone hates you there and everyone hates you there. Well, everyone might have hated me here, but I am friends with, like, to this day with some real not weirdos, I shouldn't say that, but weird, confusing folk that were employed at this station.
So I am a champion of the people.
And George, I cannot figure out what's going on, and it drives me crazy because you ask him what's the people's champ. And it's like Sarge.
So I am a champion of the people.
Sarge breaks character, and now he doesn't even do Sarge anymore. But Sarge, as funny as it was, and I know it was annoying to him, but like it worked in a way. Like George, I just don't know what's going on. It's just
something that travels with me. Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Once you're NWO for life.
Yeah, like that's the answer, and it's like, are you? Because it's not funny. So like. And I'm not being mean, but it's just not funny. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be.
I don't know what this is.
Tell me why he is the people's champion.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tell me why his schedule's
Now, I was not nice to Nick 20 years ago, but I've developed a very good, loyal relationship with Nicholas. I think it goes both ways. And I understand Nicholas very well. I'd spend social time with Nicholas, and I have. Not like Adolfo, but I have. Not comparing Adolfo with Nicholas. I'm just saying Nicholas eats in his sleep and things like that. But that I understand. Don't understand, George.
Okay, George. Yeah, you stay right there, buddy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is
George, don't go too far.
George.
Don't let George get too far. Where'd he go?
You don't have to corral Nick. You have to have Nick corral people, which is a very blind.
That was a problem at time. Yeah,
a blind spot for him. But but I never had to corral Nick or Adolfo. George needs to be corralled. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, I was going to say, T-shirts and bumper stickers for Freddie. 69, just don't mind where the nose goes. That's freaking hilarious. You've had a couple of gold ones today, like no one's watching an ugly girl pee. Like, these are dynamite, dude. You need to, really put these together. Full portfolio.
Bumper stickers, yes, but I think it's more headstone suggestions. Right now, the leader in the clubhouse is, for Fred's headstone, is German porn by trope is scatological. And that will be his quote that appears on his tombstone.
What was the other one we had underneath that yesterday? There was another good one, too. It was a complete opposite of that. Remember that? What was the other one?
It doesn't matter because it's already been trumped by it, as long as you don't mind where the nose goes.
As I said yesterday, that's a headstone you stop at and look for a while.
I think my daughter insisting upon, almost in a Tom Green fashion, of still doing 6'7". Like, she's pushing it way beyond.
Right.
Like, she's taking great joy. She is her father's daughter. She's taking great joy in how much it's bothering her friends at school that she still does 6'7". It bothers her mother, and she enjoys that very much. I like that about her. But I think maybe that is carried on into me, an adult. You got to adult it up a little bit for 69,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you say 59 or 79, I can say you might say.
Sure.
Sure. Put it in your pocket. All right. Well, listen, George is all dressed up in the USA because he loves it. He loves the USA. He loves MMA. He loves it all. And the World Cup now, the USA is not playing here.
No.
Right now. But the World Cup is here. And Scotland is playing here, and the Scottish have arrived, and there have been some news stories about that. We'll have that for you in just a moment.